Hey everyone, I'm Amanda.
My name is Emily. Welcome to our channel, Gale Force Twins.
Today we are going to talk about why we chose to get our captain's license.
Yes, so we get messages all the time of people asking us about it, and we figured, you know what, instead of sitting down and typing every little message and answering, we're just going to put together a little video and kind of explain to you guys how we fell into it and how we did it.
We both decided to get our master's licenses. It wasn't for any particular reason other than the fact that we had the seat time for it, and we were already doing the courses, already studying, and it was just to do the six-pack, and the master's was almost an easy add-on for us.
To do it back to back was easier. While you're already sitting down and studying, you might as well take the extra step and do the course twice. Basically, there's two separate courses. There's your six-pack course and then your master's course. And we had already decided that we were going to study, so we decided to dedicate our time to just taking both courses and kind of, for lack of better words, getting it over with, because we both knew
Yeah,
that
but it's
we
all about
wanted
the journey.
Yes, we both
To
knew
get
that
it over
with. It wasn't to get it over with, but it was we both knew that that was something that we wanted for ourselves.
I think that to start this, we really just both really like fishing, right?
Yeah, so it started growing up on the water. Our parents had a little deck boat, and we would take it to the sandbars, and we had jet skis, and we would go snorkeling, and we would do fun saltwater, salt life adventure days. That was how we grew up. And then we got really into fishing, and our parents started sending us on fishing charters. Like, they wouldn't even go half the time. They would book it and be like, go have fun, go fish.
Go.
And we got to know Captain really well, and it was actually when we were in high school. And then we continued to fish with him in college, and we were in college on our spring break with our parents down in Key West, and he saw us like getting dinner or lunch. Was it lunch?
It was lunch.
We
It
were
was
eating-
actually Easter weekend.
That's true,
I don't know. I remember that.
because it was our birthday.
It was our birthday.
Our birthday was Easter weekend.
Our birthday falls on Easter like every couple years.
Right. So we were getting lunch with our parents, and we ran into him, and we just got to talking, and he was like, you know, I really see something in you girls. If you want a fun summer job, come work for me. I'll teach you things that you need to know about fishing.
Right. So we basically just kind of, without hesitating, we just dove right in head first. Like, yes, like I totally want to do that. And at the time, we were both pre-med in college at the University of Miami running track. So I don't know where in my head I thought it would be a good idea to spend a summer fishing when I probably should have been looking for an internship or a job.
It was just a no-brainer. It was just, I didn't even care. It was like, I'm doing it.
Well, I also think that both of us went to college and we both decided to study biology and then eventually microbiology, and we both really liked it. But I think 2 years into school, we were kind of like, I don't know if medical school's for me. We looked into vet school, we looked into grad school, we looked into PhD programs, and we have friends that they're now vets and doctors and PAs, and we have friends that are doing it all. And I think we felt pressure to do it just because that was like the normal thing to do. And that was kind of, I think, something that we were forcing.
Yeah, it was just the fact that we had an opportunity to go work on a sport fish in Key West was just refreshing for us. And I think it was something that we knew we would take and we would enjoy, and we would have an amazing experience at the very least. And we knew we had the rest of our lives to figure out our careers.
I'll add to this, when we were in college, we were, like I said, forcing grad school, and our parents were like, you need to chill. Like, are you even sure this is what you want to do? Because you've been doing track your whole life, and when you're a Division I athlete, for those of you athletes that know, doing track and school at the same time makes it next to impossible to find time for an internship or a job. And because we were so focused on track and school, there really wasn't a lot of free time to even think about what I wanted to do or what kind of job I wanted to have. So I think that my parents were like, just graduate, get a job, like, it's gonna be okay.
During this summer job, it was immediate love at first sight, if that's a thing.
I have these moments, these memories of being in the tower alone and just feeling
so at peace.
yes, at
Like,
peace.
this is what I'm meant to do. It was really, really like those memories are forever engraved in my brain and I will never forget them. They're very special. And the captain that we were working with, he was extremely encouraging, and because we grew up on the water, he was like, look, you already have some of your sea time. You can actually start counting your sea time at the age of 16. I don't double check that now. They're always changing those rules a little bit, but for our situation,
well, at the time it was 15, and then by the time it was, you start counting your sea time at 15 years old, and then by the time we did it, they changed it to 16 years old.
Right. So we had some sea time from that, and then we also were continually getting sea time from working on the water. And he said, you know what, you're smart, go do it, go take this course. At the very least, it's good for your resume, it's good for you, it's a great thing to do. And us being very school oriented, we're like, that sounds awesome, let's go do it.
Yeah, we're very like textbook type people, so the fact that I could learn about currents and tides in a textbook really helped me.
And the rules of the road.
And the rules of the road, that's a big one. Reading about it really helped me, as opposed to being one of those people that's just like learn on the job, which fishing is a totally learn on the job, which actually made it hard for me because we both really like textbook learning.
Yeah, like step 1, step 2, step 3,
step and fishing we have learned to be flexible, which is sometimes a struggle. We studied really hard for this course and we both passed.
Yes.
Yay! And like I said, at the time when we were doing it, I don't think it was like, oh, I want to be a captain for the rest of my life. It was just I have someone that's really mentoring me and showing me how to do this, and it's a really cool opportunity, so we just kind of said yes.
Yeah.
So I like to think we fell into it.
100% we fell into it. We also kind of have a little bit of a life motto, and that is follow the breadcrumbs. And so sometimes it's hard to see where the cake is or what it is you're going after, and you don't really know, but we say, you know what, you just follow the breadcrumbs and eventually you'll find that piece of cake. One of the big turning point choices that we made was when we graduated college. We decided that we were going to get jobs in the industry. So
in the fishing
industry, yes. So initially it was kind of a fun thing, something we really loved, it's something we considered doing. And then we graduated and we said, you know what, I don't have any internships that I'm applying for right now or any jobs I'm trying to get. So we decided that we were going to find a job in the fishing industry. And that first job that we had was working for a series of fishing tournaments. It wasn't actually on the water, it was from land, but it was still a really cool experience.
That was one of the best networking jobs we ever had.
Yes.
Like to this day, we met so many people working these tournaments. The tournament fishing world is such a tight-knit community. We met so many people. We have friends all over the country at this point. All over the coastline.
Yeah.
Where there's water. During this fishing tournament job, we were both, yes, I want to stay in this industry. I love this industry. Right. Maybe I'm not sure how I want to do it, but we just knew that we loved it.
And what we were doing, we were answering so it was a fishing tournament, right? And there was 4 of them, and it was every other week for 8 weeks in the Bahamas. We were flying back and forth, which was a lot of fun. Just in general, it was just a really cool thing to do.
It's a beautiful place.
The days were extremely long. We had to get up at 5 a.m. and we weren't going to bed till 11.
No, breakfast was at 5 a.m. We were getting up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah. So basically, we were helping manage these tournaments by answering the radio calls when the boats called in fish, doing the live results, making sure the awards was done correctly. It was a lot of
it was almost event work.
It was event work. Either way, that job, it exhausted me. By the end of it, I was so burnt out, but it was still reassuring that this industry is what I want to be a part of.
I think it was definitely a huge turning point for us. And I think once that job was actually a very seasonal job. So once the tournaments ended, we both kind of looked each other in the face and we were like, well, what do we do now?
Yeah.
And we were both kind of worried. And of course, next thing you know, within like days of this job ending, we actually got a job offer to work on a fishing boat in the Keys.
Yes.
So I think for us, this whole getting our captain's license journey, you could say, was really just opportunity. Kept knocking on the door. It was like, this is what we're doing. I don't know why I'm doing it. I know that I like it. I don't know what the next step is, but all of a sudden a door would open. All of a sudden a door would open.
We basically just started saying yes to everything. It was, that's a cool opportunity, I'm gonna go do that. That's a cool opportunity, I'm gonna go do that. We said yes, and it has led us to where we are today. I feel like this whole video is supposed to be about the why we became captains, and it's actually really, really hard to pinpoint that.
This is really hard.
We sat down, we were like, we're gonna tell people why, and then we're sitting here like, why? I don't know. I look back and I feel like we've kind of said it already, we followed breadcrumbs, and that was a big thing for us. And I just have these moments where I really, really enjoyed what I was doing. I think the first moment that I felt like I really knew that this was something that I really, really enjoyed was the first time I had to run a boat by myself. So basically, the captain this was during my learning phase, I should say.
Yes, first job.
And the captain that I was working for, it was always me, another captain, and a mate. And the mate got sick and he couldn't show up one day, and I was already at the boat all ready for work, and the captain looks at me and he's like, well, it looks like you're gonna run the boat today. And I remember being like, okay, today's my day. I think I was kind of freaking out, but at the same time I was also like,
you were
excited.
Totally freaking out. I remember you got home that day and you were like, I ran the boat
but
by myself.
I should preface that it was a southeast wind, 20 to 25 knots. So it
like
was
rollers.
rough.
Like there was like 6 to 8 foot rollers out there. If I remember this, I wasn't even there. I just know the story.
Just being up in the tower alone, it was so freeing and such a great feeling that I feel like maybe that's the why. I feel like we've kind of given you a not very direct answer.
Finding out why I did this, I have to ask myself that every day because sometimes I don't even know.
Yeah, but I think the why is just that we really love it. We love giving people a really good experience. I think it's really, really cool when someone catches their first fish and they just get so happy.
I have so many memories that I could think of that would tell me why we chose to do what we're doing or why I chose to do what I'm doing, even though we're both doing it together. There's so many of them. Between the first time I ran a boat by myself, I was so nervous. The first time I ran a charter by myself, oh my gosh, I was freaking out, super nervous. We had crazy thunderstorms coming, crazy weather, and obviously I didn't tell people on the boat that it was my first trip, but I was freaking out. Between that moment alone, and then I just have these memories of, for some reason, there's something magical about being in the tower.
Magical?
Being in the tower alone, you can get in your head, and it's beautiful.
You get out of your head.
You get out of your head. Yeah. It's beautiful. You're looking for the fish. It's all on you. And anytime I have a moment like that, for me, is just a moment of peace, I think.
I think the whole why thing is very hard to answer. It's hard to, like, give a direct answer.
Way more difficult to answer than I thought.
But I think a lot of it is just being so in tune with nature. I've seen so many things
oh my gosh.
that I didn't even know were possible before I started working on the water. Just a school of 100 mahi, so many where you look down, the water looks yellow. Or mahis porpoising and being chased by dolphins, or just there's so many crazy things that I wish I could film, like, seriously.
Which we're trying to do, but it's hard to get them all.
But just the experiences, and then having people that, something that I see every day, and then taking someone else to go do it, and they see it maybe once or twice in their entire lives, is just really, really cool.
I also think, though, I don't think we would be where we are today if we didn't have all the right people along the side mentoring us and giving us these opportunities at the same time.
It's completely true.
It's not an easy industry to break into. There's a lot of people that don't like new captains around.
Yeah.
It's very cliquey, it can be, but we've just had the best opportunity, and so many people have come alongside us and been like, yes, I'm going to help you here, or why don't you run this boat, or why don't you join my tournament team?
Or why haven't you started your own charter boat yet?
That was another good one for us, was we had a captain that when we left one of our jobs, we were looking for another job on the water, and he was like, why haven't you started your own business? You have the skills, you can do it. And like I said, we've just had so many people that have just pushed us in the right direction, and so many people have that supported us that it's just, I don't even think it's why. Like, why did we do this? I don't know. I mean, all the opportunity was there. All signs pointed to yes. All the breadcrumbs pointed to
yes. Yeah, but it was not some euphoric moment at all. It was little pieces at a time. If I had to put it in one sentence, I am a captain because I love it.
My turn. If I had to put it in one sentence, I am a captain because it makes me feel at peace.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's good.
We'll do another video on how to get your captain's license and probably why we started our business as well, if you guys are interested and would like to see that. Leave it in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, turn your notifications on, and follow us, Gale Force Twins, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.